Good afternoon. This is call number 2020-22576 in the interest of Jaden Rosas. Please raise your right hands to be sworn. All parties, you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Yes.
Ma'am? Ms. Rosas?
Yes.
Okay. Please tell me your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Roxana Rosas, and Jaden is my son.
All right. And for the state?
Sade Parker, Your Honor.
And Ms. Badu, please state your name and how you're involved in this case.
Natasha Bidu, Child Support Officer with the Office of the Attorney General.
All right, the court will note that the non-custodial parent is Edward Charles Garcia. Mr. Garcia was served on July 15th, 2020 at 11:20 a.m. at 13234 City Green Trail in Houston, Harris County, Texas. He's filed no answer. Is that correct?
Yes, Your
Ms.
Honor.
Parker? All right, court will note that he was given further notice of the Zoom hearing by certified mail, which was delivered at 6:09 p.m. on September 29, 2020 in Houston, Harris County, Texas. And he is not checked in. Is that correct, Ms. Parker?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default then. Go ahead.
The state would like to call our first witness, Roxana Rojas.
All right.
Ms. Rojas, can you please state your name for the record?
Roxana Rosas?
And are you the mother of Jaden Anthony Rojas?
Yes.
And when is his date of birth?
3/20/2011.
And who is the father of Jaden?
Edward Charles Garcia.
Are you currently married?
No.
Were you married when Jaden was conceived?
No.
How do you know that Edward Garcia is Jaden's father?
He was the only person I was having relationships with around that period of time.
Is there a possibility that anyone else other than Edward Garcia could be the father of Jaden?
No.
Are you asking this court to parent-child relationship between Edward Garcia and Jaden Rosas?
Yes.
And how old is Jaden? How old is Jaden? I'm sorry.
He's 9.
And when was the last time Jaden saw Mr. Garcia?
Like 3 months ago, it was his first time meeting him.
And since Jaden's been born, has Mr. Garcia ever lived with you? Have you guys ever resided together?
No.
Has he ever provided financially during that time?
No, ma'am.
When was the last time that Jaden had any communication with Mr. Garcia outside of the time they saw each other 3 months ago?
That was the last time.
Okay. And has Mr. Rosas contacted you regarding Jaden's welfare or to check on Jaden at all since he's met him?
Yes.
And who makes the day-to-day decisions for Jaden?
I do.
And who takes him to dental and doctor's appointments?
Me.
And up until this point, in your opinion, who's raised Jaden? Okay. And in the experience that you've had with Mr. Garcia, do you believe that he can give first priority to Jaden's welfare when he has to make parenting decisions?
Yes.
And do you believe it will benefit Jaden physically, psychologically, and emotionally to appoint Mr. Garcia as a joint managing conservator?
Yes.
And you believe this is in the best interest of your child, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking the court to designate you as the managing conservator with the exclusive right to designate the primary residence of Jaden within Harris and contiguous counties?
Yes.
Are you asking this court to approve the modified possession order contained in the order?
Yes, ma'am.
And you believe the modified possession order is in Jaden's best interest, correct?
Yes.
Why do you believe it's in Jaden's best interest?
So he could feel more comfortable and get to know him.
Okay. And at this time, are you aware of whether Mr. Garcia is working?
Yes.
Do you know where he works?
No.
Is there private health or dental insurance available to you at a reasonable cost?
No.
Are you aware of private health or dental insurance available to Mr. Garcia for Jaden at a reasonable cost?
No.
Are you asking this court to order cash medical support in the amount of $57 per month starting on December 1st, 2020?
Yes.
And furthermore, are you asking this court to order child support in the amount of $216 beginning on December 1st, 2020?
Yes.
And are you also requesting retroactive support in the amount of $13,182 to be paid in the amount of $119 a month starting December 1st, 2020?
Yes.
And are you asking that the court to order Mr. Garcia to be responsible for 50% of the uncovered health expenses for Jaden?
Yes.
You don't have any safety concerns with your address being listed in this order, correct?
No.
And are you also asking this court to order Mr. Garcia to pay all court costs as billed?
Yes.
Are you asking this court to grant this default judgment?
Yes.
And is this because you believe this order to be in the best interest of your child?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, I have no further questions for this witness. I pass the witness.
All right. Call your next witness.
The state calls Natasha Bidu. Natasha?
Yes,
Okay. Can you come back on camera, please?
I am.
You're frozen.
Oh, yeah, because we can always see is a black square. That's why I'm like, unless my computer stuff.
Okay. I see her, but
Can you
she's
see me now?
frozen.
Okay, Judge, are
She's looking up at the stars, it looks like.
Judge, are you okay if I proceed with her? If we can hear her, even though her picture is frozen, are you okay if I
That's
proceed?
fine, yes.
Ms. Bidu, can you please state your name for the court?
Natasha Bidu,
And where are you employed?
the Office of the Attorney General Child Support Division.
And what exactly is your job at the Office of the Attorney General Child Support Division?
I'm a child support the child support officer, I'm sorry.
And what are the duties of a child support officer?
I am to research, investigate the respondent's income information.
Did you conduct such an investigation into Mr. Garcia?
Yes,
And were you able to find Mr. Garcia any wage information regarding Mr. Garcia for the year of 2020?
for the year of 2020, no, I was not able to find any information.
And based on the information, based on not finding any information from Mr. Garcia, was the child support numbers, were they set based on minimum wage?
That's correct.
And for 2016, were you able to find any income information for Mr. Garcia?
No, ma'am.
For 2017, were you able to find any income information for Mr. Garcia?
No, ma'am.
For 2018, were you able to find any income information for Mr. Garcia?
No, ma'am.
For
Have you ever
2019,
been able to find any information regarding his income?
I was getting
Yes, Your
there.
Honor, I was able to obtain income information for him for the first 3 quarters of 2019.
All right.
Okay, so the retroactive child support was based on minimum wage for 2016, 17, 18, and 2020, but you had income information for the first 3 quarters of 2019, correct?
That's correct.
I have no further questions for this witness, Your Honor.
Well, we're gonna find out what the income was.
Oh, yeah, yes. Sorry. Natasha, can you please provide us with the income information for 2019?
Yes, for the first 3 quarters of 2019, the wages calculated child support should have been 526 for those first 3 months. The second, the wages calculated child support should have been 540 for those 3 months. And the wages for the third would be calculated child support 520 per month for those 3 months. So the total retroactive child support for the 3 quarters of 2019 is $4,758.
Oh yeah. Let me see that order.
The remaining $8,424 is based on a minimum wage presumption of the other months, 39 months.
Now I have no further questions for this witness.
All right, Ms. Rosas, do you have any questions for Ms. Badu?
No.
All right, anything? Court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Rosas, you're free to go.
Alrighty, thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Ms. Badu isn't gonna go anywhere. She's frozen right there.
No.
I'm still frozen. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
always see is a black
God,
screen.
I see myself like moving around. I can't believe it.
Nope, we got nothing.
You're picking your nose, Natasha.
No, Judge.
Look at Natasha frozen. Looking up like this.
Okay, Ms. Roxana, you're free to log off.